Tina Stitches. Welcome to my channel. I am doing a Flosstube video, which is a community on YouTube that is dedicated to cross-stitch vlogs. We get to show what we've stitched on and maybe enable you to start something cross-stitch or help you continue on your journey. So, today is Sunday, June 26th, and it is windy and cloudy and raining outside. It's been 2 weeks since my last video, so I do have quite a few things to share. And in this new location, it's kind of hard to put everything around me. In the dining room, there's the table. In here, there's no table. So I have baskets on the floor. And my trusty cart. So I'll try not to forget Beloved, which has had quite a bit of progress over the last 2 weeks. We've made a couple of milestones on it, so yeah. So, I don't have any finishes. Well, that's not true. I do have a finish. I have a fully finished, but I can't share it because it's part of an exchange, and I need to wrap it up and mail it off. So I can't share it. I did take some pictures of it so that when the person gets their exchange and we do the reveal in July, I can share that. Can you believe July is only a couple of days away? Crazy. So I guess I'll just start with the one on the top of the list. And I'm going to try to insert pictures where I have them. If I don't have them, you won't be seeing anything. This is Poppy Girl. So well, it's actually Girl in a Poppy Field. This is a kit from Vervico, and that's what the finished product will look like. And here's where it was when you last saw it. And here's where it is now. Now, it has been a few weeks since I picked this up, so I'm not sure exactly what you saw last, but I know I was working in filling in her hair. So that's where it is now, and pretty soon we'll be getting into the flowers. I am using the kit floss, but I switched out the fabric to a 28, sorry, not 28, 32 count platinum by Zweigart, Belfast. So that's where that one's at. The next one I'm going to show you is Cassiopeia, and I don't have any of the bags unzipped. Sorry. This is by Mirabilia. These are both my June Whip Go projects. which is WIPGO is a bingo type challenge that Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff is hosting. She started a Facebook group, and basically you make your own bingo board type layout, and she calls a number and you make your own goals. There's mine. And when she calls a number, those are the projects and goals you have to meet. I've picked 22 hours for each project because crazy. Poppy Girl has met her goal, but Cassiopeia has not yet. And here's where it was when you last saw it. And here it is now. And there is a significant amount of progress over here. But I am only at 12.5 hours, plus or minus. I'm estimating. This is your game, your rules, basically. So yeah. So this is the far corner. I started at the bottom center. I went that way, and then I came this way. This is 32 count Dawn Belfast linen by Picture This Plus. Yeah, I think it looks really good on that fabric. So this one I will try to get some more time into it before the month ends. I mean, in reality it is for the entire month or entire year, but I'm trying to get it done in the month it's called. So that was Cassiopeia. Now the next one that I'm going to show you is something that I started in Maynia 2017, I believe. And I've decided that I really need to knock out these Maynia projects. Maynia, Stitch Mania was a group on Facebook that the premise was start a lot of projects in the month of May, just for the heck of starting a project. And in 2017, I started to do that, but I still have projects from 2017. So I decided that on Mondays, I'm going to pick up a Maynia start and work on it for Monday. And I'm using the hashtag Manic Monday Sal. And so far, I'm the only person tagged in it. So see if you want to try to get your Maynia projects done, you can join me. The project I worked on these last 2 weeks was Dancer by Nora Corbett. Here's where it was when you last saw it. And move that out of the way. And here it is now. So I've been putting in the trees and the snow down here. When I originally started these, I was not sure that I was going to go ahead with the snow just to make them all look like they were flying. But I decided I'm just going to just go ahead and put in the snow and the trees and ground, etc., where they are in the various charts. This is a series. There are the 8 reindeer from the song plus Rudolph, 8 reindeer from the story, and then Rudolph and the sleigh. So far I have Rudolph and Prancer done. I believe it's Prancer. 2 of them are done for sure. So I have a few more to go, and the sleigh, and these were all started in 2017. So hopefully we'll be getting these done this year. I mean, we still got half a year. Many of them are at a very close to being finished point. So that was Dancer. Now, this one I don't think I actually did do a lot of work on. And I just grabbed a needle from another project. But it says that I worked on it for an hour, so I'll pull it out and show you where it's at. I would have been working in this corner, and this is Owl Forest Embroideries, Alice in Wonderland, Sal, freebie from their website. And so I've finished off this tree in the corner. So that part is completely done now. I still have the Queen of Hearts to put in and the Footman to finish. And then the teapot will finish off this part, but that's the color I need to buy. And then this will be finished. My goal is to have this finished this year. I think that's achievable. The next project I have to share is something that I pull out. I try to pull it out once a month, but that doesn't always happen. So what I try to do is work on it on the 1st or the 20th of the month. If I don't get it out on the 1st, then I try for the 20th. And this month happened to be the day that we change from spring to summer. The first day of summer was, I believe, the 22nd of the month, this month. So I pulled out Dressmaker's Daughter by Mirabilia. I've been stitching these in the opposite season of what it is in North America, because the Australian Flosstubers had a sale going on with the Queens of the Seasons, and they're stitching the Queens in the season it is in Australia. and so I didn't have the queens at the time, but I had this, and so this was my way of getting this work done. I'm stitching this on 32 count Lavender Mist by XJudeDesigns, and because it was the change of the season, I switched from working on autumn, which unfortunately didn't get as much done as I thought. So I switched from autumn over to winter. And here's where it's at now. So this is one of the most heavily beaded projects that Mirabilia has out there. I'm going to go let the dog out. We'll see how long that lasts. So, as I was saying, this is one of the most heavily beaded projects that Mirabilia has out there right now. I don't even know if I have all of the beads. I think I did grab them all when I kitted this up originally. Yeah, there's $19 different colors of beads and 7 treasures. I don't think I have the treasures. Crystal Christmas had a lot of beads, and that took me a long time to finish because I do save the beads for the end because I don't want my floss to get caught on it. It's just such a hassle to work around beads. Also, I'm using a Q-snap, so that makes beading a bit of a hassle. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of work when this one is done. Spring, this portion here is complete except for some of the back stitching down here to make the dress form cage. Yeah, some of them, summer is very close to being finished. Autumn and winter are falling behind. So I need to pick up the pace. Yeah. But that's where it's at now. I do love it. I do really want to work on it more and get it finished. There's just so many things that I want to work on. So that's, what happens. Put it back in the basket. Okay. So the next one that I'm going to show you is a restart. And the reason I restarted it was because I started it in Maynia this year. I started 4 projects in Maynia, things that I've had kitted for a while or just really wanted to start. I mean, the one project I only bought the kit in the last year, within like 6 months, I'm sure, but it's one that I wanted to start. And this project I've had for a couple of years and really wanted to start it. This is Rose Quaker by Stichting van den Wittenberg. I think I may have butchered that, but I tried. This is a black and white printout. I think it's called For Stitching on White or Natural, but I've decided to stitch it on 32 count. I have the sticker here, I can hear it. There it is. 32 count Nessie Belfast linen by Picture This Plus. And there's my original start. And I knew when I started this, I should have gridded the fabric first because it's hand dyed, and I was thinking it's going to be a tight fit working on it in the orientation that I had it. I have a large piece, but I didn't want to have an odd shape cut out of it, so I'd rather cut it directly across one way or the other. And so my calculations said that it would have fit the one direction, but I didn't like my margin here, so I decided to grid it from the center out. And because I did that, I have a decent margin, so I restarted it. I'm also stitching this with overdyes that I collected from well, this first color is Leo and Roxy. Peach It. And this is one strand over 2 on 32 count. It's showing the fabric quite a bit lighter than it actually is. It's not a horribly dark fabric, but I do like this, and I'm much happier that I've gridded it and I can work on it without stressing about, is it going to be too close to the bottom when I don't know, because I'm just guessing. So yeah, so I look forward to working on this one much more now. And that was also so that I can get the R done on the monthly magazine acrostic floral. Monthly magazine challenge group is a Facebook group hosted by Carolyn Zook from Z Zook Stitch and Robin from Robin Bird's Eye Stitching, I think. I will try to remember to link them below. But yeah, they run a Facebook group, and the goal is the premise is to stitch things from magazines. They have a theme and a acrostic. Each month it changes up. This month of June, was floral for the acrostic and flower for the theme, I believe. So I picked Poppy Girl for the theme, and that was my R for floral. Owl Forest was also for O and F. So I have 3 more still 3 more projects to show you. This is my lunchtime project. I stitch on it when I take a break at work, and this week was not much stitching. I am using overdyed threads that I have in my stash, and Kim from Stitch and Stuff just showed her previous finish of this, and mine looks quite a bit different. This is the Sunflower Summer Sampler by Shepherd's Bush. I had got mine as a just as the pattern off a stash unload, and so I'm just stitching it with threads that I have in my stash, overdyed cottons, mostly there is a silk, and I am stitching it on fabric I dyed. This is 32 count. Here's where it was when you last saw it. And here it is now. So I started on the watermelon row. Maybe I did not have that row of flowers done either. The sunflowers there. And that blue row. That's probably new. Yeah. Something else that I should just, finish. There's not a lot left to it. It's just finding the instructions on my break is kind of tedious. So I might have to switch that out for something less tedious for my lunches. For example, I could use Alice in Wonderland again because that's where it started. Was my lunch breaks. So this last one that I'm going to show you is something that I've that I am planning on working on every second Sunday of the month. The reason for that is I started it with Kim again from Stitch and Stuff, and we both had this kit and we started it for Maynia on Mother's Day. I have switched out the fabric because I don't particularly care for the Ada that came with the kit. And this is Dimensions Vintage Simplicity. And if I have a picture, I'll put it in here of where it was. And I'm stitching this on 28 count off-white or antique white Monaco that I had in my stash for quite a while. And here's where it's at now. So when I started it, I was working directly off of the pattern. When I picked it up again, I had made a working copy, so a lot of the time I spent marking off my working copy to match. So next time I pick it up, I should be able to whiz along. Vintage Simplicity by Dimensions. Okay, so that was all of the smaller projects. Now for the big project. Yep, we are at that point. Okay. I need to get this piece off of here before it falls off. It makes a lot of noise. Okay, this is Beloved by Adele Sessler, artwork by Adele Sessler, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Here's what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. And here's where it was when you last saw it. Mind you, I do not take this off of the frame and unroll it every video. There's about 5 episodes where you get to see the full shebang. This is still on the frame. I will show it to you now. So here's where it's at now. So I've worked my way over and basically just been continuing the typewriter method, where the stitch that's the furthest to the left, I would work that in as far as my thread would take me. And right here, this line right here, that is the halfway point. So I have this entire half is entirely stitched. There's nothing left over here. There's a lot of black still left to do, and some confetti for this area. But we're just working our way over. Once in a while I will get a color. For instance, there was a symbol down here. There's only 7 stitches left to do. So that color got completed. I am stitching this 2 threads over 1 on 25 count even weave. Probably a Lugana. And this is the regular version, not mini, not max color. I can't remember when I started it. I have that information. You know what? I do have it right here. 2016. So it is my oldest project, and then the reindeer. Those are my oldest projects. If I get the reindeer and the sleigh and Beloved done, I will be current up to 2018. I have 2 projects from 2018, one from 2019, one from 2020, and then we're into 2021. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I have big projects planned, so stats for Beloved. I've stitched 285,508 out of 295,450. I am under 10,000 stitches left. I have 9,942 stitches left. If I keep stitching it at the rate that I have been, which my goal has been to stitch 1,400 stitches a week. I was aiming for the end of August into September, but then that goal changed because I have a new start plan. Okay, battery died. I knew it was going to do that. So anyways, I have a new start planned for August the 12th, which is the stitch along with Carolyn from Seasook Stitches, and Kim from Stitch and Stuff. I've already mentioned them a couple times already. We are going to be starting a stitching shelf by Amy Stewart. I'm doing Max Color. Carolyn's doing Max Color. I think Kim is doing Max Color, but I'm not sure. So I bumped up my end date to hopefully be August something. At this current rate, I am going to be August 15th finished. Of course, there is a point of time in July where I won't be able to stitch on it, so that pushes it back to pushes it forward another week to August 22nd. So we'll see. I mean, if I have another Hate on the go at the same time, it's not a big deal. We're just starting it that day. So the reason for that is it's World Cross Stitch Day. Beloved, also, I thought I would share that there are 13 out of the 27 colors are completed. There are no more stitches for those 13 colors. There are 3 colors that are 100, or there are under 100 stitches left to do, and there are 3 colors that are over 1,000. Of course, that's going to be the black and the dark brown and the dark gray. So yeah, it's getting there. Plans are to stitch on whatever numbers are pulled. Today or tomorrow our Whip Go numbers should be drawn and we'll be able to plan accordingly. I do still have to get my Cassiopeia work done, and Beloved, of course, is going to get more love. I should just go ahead and work on Queen of Hearts in the Owl Forest embroidery part. But aside from that, that's all that I have planned. So until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Happy stitching.